Recording? Maybe?
Welcome to the third installment of Let's Get It On, where we just finished doubling the size of our realm by conquering Pelendava. It seems Slayer King Dotos earned himself a promotion, and since we are role-playing this, I will not take the optimal options. Not that I really know which are the optimal options, but rather I will just try to take stuff that I think would make sense in a coherent story kind of thing. So, since our king slew so many men, I think he earned the respect of his army. So, I think Commander of Men is the most appropriate. He'll just get more authority, more gravitas, more morale for his army. Who doesn't want to be led by a king that can capture or kill 600 men? And the second option, I think, proven leader. No, Dread Commander. Yeah, because he just killed 600 men or captured. Probably mostly captured. The story must spread. People will hear about this. Then, when they face him in battle, they will tremble a bit. Another interesting thing that happened is that we got our first household retinue, a trophy hunter. I don't know if it's scripted or not, but I think it's very fitting. So I think the first thing we should do is actually not to stress the local populace. It's to camp outside.
Gathering supplies.
Well, we moved outside in order to get ready for a major event in King Dotos's life. He earned enough gravitas to actually get married. And who should he marry if not the former queen of Pelendava, the former wife of now missing in action former king Drilgisa. And let's see what kind of person she is. Doina is her name. Well, she is virtuous. Okay, actually good for empire maintenance. And she's a former slave. Interesting. Oh my god, she might even be a Celt, a ship-shagging Celt? Because who would enslave a Dacian? I think this is supposed to represent what she thinks about us. She thinks King Dotos is arrogant. Well, I guess it's because he kept bragging during the wedding ceremony about how he killed and captured 600 men, just in case we forgot. And let's see what he thinks about her. Sword maiden wife. Okay, she's a warrior type of slave. +2 loyalty from all the gits. +2 to chance of children. Oh, good. Because I will not be adopting in this game, at least only if it really makes sense from a role-playing point of view. And +1 morale to all armies. I don't think we could have asked for a better wife. And now I will grace your ears with a traditional Dacian wedding song. No, really, you don't want that. Imagine the wedding scene. The husband, all lovey-dovey, the wife, not really into it, since it's taking place on the Perendava hills, where her husband just slaughtered most of her people. The attendants, on one side you have King Dotos's men, kind of whispering, this is scandalous. Her husband is still alive. She's a slave. She's a fighting woman. That's not a real woman. All that stuff. Then on the other hand, you have Doina's people, which in our head she's Scordici. So they're like, oh, how dare you sell us out to the Gits? And her actual Dacian people really also doesn't like that the former queen is actually officiating the new role of King Dotos. We were just fighting them, now we're supposed to be friends. So this is the happy union. Let's take a look at Doina's people, the new residents of Pelendava. It seems that only 500 local nobles were allegiance to the new regime, and only 2,000 warriors, and only 9,000 actual Dacians. The rest are foreigners. I presume Scordiciite came to settle. They actually have slightly more population than Malva. An interesting thing to keep in mind when we try to roleplay this. So let's have our wife, Doina, which I guess is her slave name, her Dacian slave name, to perform her wifely duties. We will send her as a diplomat to the Odrysian kingdom. Funny folk, the Odrysians. They are Dacians like us, only they pretend to be Greek. Why would a wolf put on a sheep's clothing is beyond me, but we should cultivate good relations with our neighbors to the south. Good luck! What a way to celebrate your wedding night. Wife, former slave wife, former warrior slave wife, and actually actual wife, former slave warrior wife, please go away to the neighbors. So after the wedding, King Dotos decided to go on a ride and inspect his new land. This is the part of the mod I'm not really that knowledgeable about, so feel free to educate me. No, unlike the other 90% of the mod that I'm a total expert on. So let's see. Well, it seems it's very similar to Malva, only they have more food and more growth. Okay. Well, actually more prosperous. They have less penalty to tax, so I guess that's good. And better farming. Okay. So let's see what can we build. It's actually a market town. Well, interesting. Let's increase it. And what can we build here? I guess we should go with the quarry because it's a unique building and it gives us money, and we need money. Why do we need money so badly? Well, because our Imperium increased. We can now field more armies. So, from a role-playing point of view, I think we should start giving governorships and army commands like candies, because that's what's expected of us. Because we call ourselves king, but we aren't really a king. We are a chiefdom. We're basically a high chief, the first chief amongst all the others. And I think the other chiefs will expect stuff from us. The first to get a new governorship would be farmer Pieporos. Pieporos Shelbatron. Pieporos the Old. I think he should become the new governor of Malmo. Well, since we will be farming there. And we will move Don Scorleone to be the new governor of recently captured Pelendava, because he should be better with slaves, and I think mostly slave will be involved in the new quarry. So we will move him, and we should actually rename his army the Spearmen. No. We will rename them to Staponi, the Masters.
Warriors all!
And let's actually raise him as an army. The most fitting would be a heavy hoplite, but since normal royal cavalry are cheaper, we will go with this option. I guess some of the local
For the tribe!
wealthy men decided to join him.
Warriors all! Oh,
So
this
he will-
garrison!
Well, it's your fault, it's your garrison now. Anyway, he will be the new governor of Malva. And let's rename his army the Unbreakable Shield. Nice name, but you will be the Serrani, the peasant.
Thirsty for battle!
Well, the only guy that we left out is Rigozus Wormtongue. And I think he will be expecting a military command, since he's a sociopath. I think he will enjoy inflicting pain more directly. But the main problem is that we are getting really poor. So I think in a role-playing kind of way we will convince him to wait for an army commission, and we will bribe him by next turn giving him the trophy hunter as a gesture of goodwill. And since we really are starting to get low on funds, we should also raise the taxes to a bit more. Still low taxes, but a bit more. Just pay me some. We can't really do much about our funds because we can't really trade with anyone. At least we don't want to. We could trade with the Apulii, but we don't like them because they're treacherous. And we can also trade with the Bastarnos, but they're invaders in our lands, and we really hate them. So we will not trade with them. And that's all of our trade options. And I guess we should move the spy towards Singidun, so we could keep an eye about the alleged war that is going between the Apulii and the Scrodicii. Now comes the first big decision time. We have three options to expand, and expand we will. First option is to cross the Carpathian Mountains into Sarmisagetusa and take the Dacian capital as ours. Second option is to cross the forest alongside the Danube River and continue the Palandavian war against the Scrodicii. Third option is to march all the way back to Malva and cross the river Prut and invade Petrodrava, to once and for all cleanse Celtic filth of Dacian lands. Current queen not included. Since we are, as mentioned, a chiefdom, this will be decided by a vote. First to vote will be King Dotos himself, and he counts as 2 votes. He will vote for taking Sarmisagetusa, since he wants the local capital. Out of character, this is the best and only move anyone should do at this point. If you do this at home, do the sensible thing and go for Sarmisagetusa. Anyway, back to our little forum gathering here. Second to speak will be Don Scorleone of the Burdiavense, urging against a war with fellow Dacians, as they make for bad slaves, and he will have problems selling them at the market. With a stern look, Pieporus Chelbatrun agrees with him, but only on the issue that we shouldn't fight our fellow Dacian brethren. They both vote against going to Sarmisagetusa, with Pieporus actually preferring honoring the Pelendavian war and going to war with the Scrodicii. Rigozus Wormtongue does not speak, as he cares less for who we go to war with, as long as there is a war to be had. Then the Queen dares to speak and votes against a war with her former people. So it seems that the third option won the vote, a concession that pleases no one really. We will go to war against Petrodava. Let there be war. Well, here we are at the start of the next turn, and our wife, Doina, the warrior queen, came back from her diplomatic mission to the Odrysians with definitely not her new lover, but a clever tactician. So this is actually a nice buff. Our armies will march further for a while, but what a lovely story. Straight after your wedding, you're going to the neighbor, you find a nice young guy, you know he's clever, he's a tactician, and you bring him back to your husband. Next turn. So first thing you should do is actually give Rigozus the bounty hunter that we roleplayed, promising him.
Thirsty for battle!
Yes, we are thirsty for battle. I think we should march towards
On the
our
move,
next
lads!
battle in
Is there
Petrodava.
nothing else?
Since we don't have any eyes on what they actually have there, we should send our champion
I'm going. I'm
to
going.
to scout. And let's take a
Aye,
closer look.
if you say so.
I don't think we ever took a close look at the Urpana. Oh my god, she's 17. Ah, wow, I think she was 16 when we actually recruited her. And she's a quartermaster. She helps with replenish and upkeep. And she's virtuous. which is good. Disciplined, confident, brave, generous, and she's an academic. Okay, interesting character. A 16, 17-year-old warrior girl. She's
The
really
gods love blood
studious.
and
Since our
war.
army is just sitting here,
Ready for orders.
I think we will patrol the region. This isn't something you should really usually do because you get some really bad buffs, minus 12% to melee defense and stuff like that. But it does help with public order. Just don't, and with upkeep for the army. Just don't let enemy armies catch you while you're patrolling. Well, since we aren't really at war, at least not officially, I think we're safe in doing that. Now let's move Don
Ready for
Scorleone
battle.
with his Stapone into his new domain
I want hourly patrols.
as the governor of Pelendava. Hourly patrols down the quarry? Now let's take a look at our spy.
I am the knife in the dark.
You are the knife in the dark. So I don't think he will do anything. Normally we should spy and look around, but role-playing wise I think we're the kind of people that will just sit around and steal food. The thing we should do is once again send our wife to the Odrysians. Since she did such a good job and we are already at 10 relations, I think we should send her again. It only cost us 400. Well, it's worth it. She makes nice friends. And she levels up. Doesn't really help us much. Usually you should only level up other people's wives. Because it gives more loyalty for the political party. It also gives some income from entertainment, but we don't really have any form of entertainment. Unless you count the quarry, I mean, I bet Don Scorleone is having lots of fun watching people work down the quarry. But you know, it's not for everybody. So I think this would be the end of the third installment of Let's Get It On. I hope I'm getting better. I hope someone is watching, and have a nice day.